If someone told you that hundreds of thousands of people were watching your death live on the internet, you'd probably think it was a joke. Sam thought the same thing, until he became the main attraction. This is the story of Sam Carter, and it all began on a lonely stretch of highway in the middle of the night. It was exactly 3 o'clock in the morning. A thick layer of fog covered the road ahead. The highway seemed endless. No streetlights, no houses, no passing cars. Just darkness stretching for miles in every direction. Sam was driving alone in his vintage Mustang, heading toward Nevada after a long trip from Ohio. He had been on the road for hours, exhausted, hungry, and eager to finally reach his destination. For most of the drive, everything had been normal, but that changed without warning. A strange rattling sound suddenly came from the engine. Sam frowned. A second later, the sound grew louder. Then the dashboard lit up. Check engine. Sam immediately sat up straighter. "Not now," he muttered. The car jerked slightly. Steam began rising from beneath the hood. The engine temperature climbed rapidly. Within seconds, the Mustang started losing power. Sam pulled onto the side of the road and brought the vehicle to a stop. The engine coughed twice, then died completely. Silence. Sam tried restarting it. Nothing. He tried again. Still nothing. His frustration quickly turned into concern. He grabbed his phone. No signal. Not even a single bar. He checked again. Nothing. The fog outside seemed thicker now. The darkness felt heavier. For the first time that night, Sam realized how isolated he really was. There was no traffic. No nearby town. No signs of life. Only an empty highway disappearing into the fog. Then he noticed something far ahead on the left side of the road. A faint red glow. At first, he thought it was his imagination, but the light appeared again, blinking through the fog. Sam narrowed his eyes. It looked like a neon sign. A motel. Relief washed over him. It wasn't much, but it was better than spending the entire night stranded on the highway. He got back into the Mustang and slowly rolled the car toward the light using the remaining momentum. As he got closer, the shape of an old wooden building emerged from the fog. The neon sign flickered weakly above it. Several letters had burned out, but the words were still readable. Desert Oak Motel. Vacancy. The place looked abandoned. The paint was peeling from the walls. Several windows were boarded shut. The parking lot was completely empty. Not a single vehicle, not a single guest. Even from a distance, something about the motel felt wrong, like it didn't belong there. Sam sat inside the car for a moment, staring. Something in his gut told him to leave. But leave for where? His car was dead. His phone had no signal, and the temperature outside kept dropping. With no better option, the cold air hit him immediately. The wind howled softly through the darkness. As he walked toward the lobby, the wooden floorboards beneath the porch creaked with every step. The entire building seemed older than it should have been, almost forgotten. Sam pushed open the front door. The lobby smelled of dust, mildew, and old wood. The air inside felt stale, like the windows had never been opened. A large grandfather clock stood in the corner. Its ticking echoed through the silence. Behind the counter sat an elderly man. He was slowly polishing an old metal key. His face was pale. His eyes looked distant, almost lifeless. For several seconds, neither of them spoke. The old man simply continued polishing the key, as if he had been expecting someone. Finally, Sam cleared his throat. "Hi. My car broke down outside. I need a room for the night." The old man slowly raised his head. His expression didn't change. Saying a word, He placed the key onto the counter. The rusted tag attached to it read, "Room 4. Sam reached for the key. Then the old man spoke. His voice was low, heavy, almost hollow. "Take the room." He paused, but whatever happens, his eyes locked onto Sam's. "Do not open the door after midnight." A chill ran through Sam's body. The warning felt strangely specific. Before Sam could respond, the old man added one more thing.
"Good luck, Sam."
Sam froze. His name. He had never given the man his name, not once. Yet somehow, the old man already knew it. For a moment, Sam considered asking how, but exhaustion got the better of him. He convinced himself there had to be a reasonable explanation. Maybe he had seen his driver's license. Maybe he had heard him on the phone earlier. Maybe. Taking the key, Sam headed toward room 4. The hallway seemed unusually quiet. Every room door was closed. No voices, no televisions, no movement, nothing. When he finally reached room 4, he unlocked the door and stepped inside. The room was freezing, far colder than the temperature outside. A small television set in the corner. Instead of a channel, it displayed nothing but static. White noise filled the room. Sam set down his bag. The strange atmosphere was starting to get under his skin. He decided a quick shower might help him relax. A few minutes later, he walked into the bathroom and turned on the hot water. Steam quickly filled the room. The mirror became completely covered in fog. Sam splashed water onto his face. Then he looked up and froze. In the mirror, standing directly behind him, was a dark, human-shaped figure. Sam spun around instantly. Nobody. The bathroom was empty. His heart pounded. Slowly, he looked back toward the mirror. His blood ran cold. Words were appearing through the fog, written in red. "He is watching." Sam stumbled backward. His breathing became uneven. Before he could process what he was seeing, the lights began flickering. Once, twice, again. Then everything went dark. The television shut off. The static disappeared. The motel fell completely silent. Sam stood frozen in the darkness, trying to listen, trying to understand what was happening. Then he heard it, a slow creaking sound coming from inside the room. Creak. Sam turned toward the noise. The closet door was opening. Very slowly, something stood inside. A tall black figure, far taller than any normal person. Its eyes glowed red in the darkness. The figure stepped forward. Sam's entire body locked with fear. Every instinct told him to run. He rushed toward the room's main door and grabbed the handle. Locked. He pulled harder. Nothing. The door wouldn't move. The shadow continued approaching. Slowly, silently. The room seemed colder with every second. Sam could see his own breath. The figure was getting closer, closer, closer. Desperate, Sam grabbed a wooden chair from beside the bed. With all his strength, he swung it toward the window. The glass exploded outward. Without thinking, Sam climbed through the broken window and jumped. He hit the ground hard, then ran. He didn't look back. He didn't stop. Rain poured from the sky. Cold wind cut through his clothes, but none of it mattered. All he cared about was getting away. He reached his Mustang, jumped inside, and turned the key. The engine started immediately, as if nothing had ever been wrong. Sam didn't question it. He slammed his foot onto the accelerator. The tires screeched, and seconds later, the motel disappeared into the darkness behind him. Several miles down the road, Sam finally pulled over. His hands were shaking. His heart was still racing. He leaned back in the driver's seat and tried to calm himself. Then suddenly, his phone screen lit up. Sam stared at it. That was impossible. There had been no signal, not a single bar. Yet now, a notification had appeared. Unknown link. Live stream available. His stomach tightened. Slowly, he tapped the screen. The video opened, and what he saw made his blood run cold. The live stream showed room 4, the exact same room he had just escaped from. The same bed, the same television, the same broken atmosphere. But that wasn't the terrifying part, because lying asleep on the bed was Sam, not someone who looked like him, not a recording. Him, The camera was showing Sam Carter sleeping peacefully in room 4, while the real Sam was sitting inside his car miles away. His breathing stopped. His mind couldn't process what he was seeing. Then the closet door slowly opened on the live stream. The black figure stepped out and began moving toward the sleeping Sam. "No," Sam whispered. The figure reached the bed. Its hand stretched toward the sleeping man's throat, and the moment it touched him, Sam suddenly felt something wrap around his own neck. His eyes widened. He couldn't breathe. The pressure tightened, stronger, stronger, as the shadow strangled the sleeping figure on the live stream. Something invisible was strangling Sam in real life, and that was the moment he realized. The nightmare wasn't over. It had only just begun. Will Sam be able to survive what's happening to him? And more importantly, who was really behind room 4? And why did they want him dead? You'll find out in part 2. If you don't want to miss it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.